On this episode of Lapeef, Let's Talk.
See that, like I'm not. That's not a shot at nobody. I don't know who said it earlier, so that's not a shot. But what I'm saying is, listen, fam. I was cool with Barack Obama, cool. But you know what I got most excited about? Harold Washington. So I was over
I'm sorry,
the
who?
whole representation
Who?
piece years ago.
Harold,
Just Google it. Just
What?
Google it. I'm just saying, just Google
I
it.
didn't hear what you said.
Harold
their
Washington.
brother down the block, Harold.
Harold Washington.
Harold Washington.
Harold sound like he sells sandwiches.
Harold Washington.
It's
I
like
don't
a
want to do a
Chicago.
deep soliloquy or deep dive. I'm just saying, just go. Here's the point. Period, point blank, in the sense. We have got to start voting in our best interest, fam. We got to start putting our money where our mouth is. Stop whining and complaining. Listen, if Biden wanted to impress me, he would have took Ice Cube up on his offer. They said they was going to bring him back to the table and talk about his plan. Well, where's that at?
It would be a better place.
If women were completely out of the workforce, period.
Better.
I'm gonna say this to you, Kayla. The reason that you having problems in these relationships and problems in these households is because these women is taking these masculine jobs, and by default they're become masculine. Like I said, look, I didn't see this with my own eyes. And I don't blame the women, because in the jobs that they're in, they have to become masculine. You can't have these guys that can lift all this weight, that can shoot far, that can run fast, and you in charge of them, and then you can't meet that standard. So in a way, that changes that woman. That woman will start picking up these masculine attributes, and therefore it's not a masculine on and off switch you can cut off. So now you'll see them have to go home, and then they'll take these same attributes to their houses, and they'll fail. That's why it is very rare you see.
I don't even think that they know what it takes to actually do hard work is, bro.
And I don't know if it's per se the job. Majority of jobs that women take are admin jobs. There's nothing masculine about making copies and opening up mail. Yeah. So it's not necessarily the jobs. The majority of leadership is still in men are still more empowered as far as with leadership. I think it's the essence of we're getting more education and trying to get more bachelors and masters and doctorates. So it's the higher up with the education, especially if our man is not meeting where we are as far as, within school, then it's a superiority complex. So I don't know. We're just out here. I mean, we're not taking these big masculine jobs, even though we want equality. Women are not on the streets, paving streets and fixing lights.
Let me ask you a question.
Electric service. We're not.
Let me ask you a question, Courtney.
Not doing that.
Let me ask you a question, Courtney. They advocate for more women in leadership positions. They advocate for more women to get higher paying jobs, to become more CEOs. If we keeping it equal, how come they won't advocate for more women to also do the hard jobs along with it? Why is it only the things that that's beneficial and not the things that equal across the board? Equal is equal, right?
Yeah. So
physically, we're not equal though.
I'm sorry, ma'am. I was talking to Courtney.
I do think there's jobs, and even in school, where they're giving more scholarships for women to be in STEM fields. Women are just not doing it. So we fight for equality and say we want it equal on both sides, but in reality, we don't. In reality, we'll say, yeah, we want to be a CEO, because again, that's sitting at a desk in an office in the AC. It's not using our hands. The majority of women don't want to do. We don't want to be in the field. We don't want to be plumbers. We don't want to be electricians, because that's hard. That's hard work, and we still deem that as man work. So a lot of times with equality,
and I agree with you. But isn't the interesting thing about leadership is good leaders, and we've had conversations about what leadership is, right? Is understanding what people go through, right? It's understanding what that guy that take out the trash is going through, is being a servant leader first. So if women don't really truly, if they can't truly have the experiences that all people will go through as it relates to these positions, then how can we set them in these positions to where they're not willing to go through what it is that we went through to get them?
Well, let's be honest. A lot of our CEOs that get hired is by networking, It's not that they
No,
started from. It is in corporate
no, they
America.
started from the
It's
bottom. Most of them started from the bottom.
a lot of them didn't. A lot of them is who you know. It's my daddy got me this job. A lot of it is. We can't negate that networking and who you know sometimes outweighs an education.
What makes the best,
Nepotism is the foundation of America.
right? Let's assume that that's true. That's cool. What makes a great leader?
I think a great leader is someone that understands how to like just say the restaurant business, for instance. Like the best leaders were usually people that grew from within. Grew from within. Like the GMs were always the people that started out as a server or started out as a bartender and been working here 10 years versus the people that come in with their hospitality management degree and they have no understanding of like what it is to wash dishes, what it is to run food, what it is to, you know what I'm saying, versus the people that work in the restaurant over the years. You end up doing all the jobs somehow. That's just how it works, you know? So, I mean, the best leaders to me are the ones that understand how to delegate talent and you know, can identify with all the different roles required underneath him that he's managing.
Which speaks to my point is that I'm sorry.
Go ahead. I'll go after you.
No. I said that speaks to my point is that the best leaders are the ones that truly understand what it takes in order to really get those grunt jobs that really work them themselves up from the bottom, right? If that's the characteristic of a great leader, if what you want is representation, right, then why wouldn't you advocate for the thing that's the pillar of the community? Because every great community starts with great men, not with great women. The most phenomenal communities, the strongest communities start with great men. So why are we looking for female leadership and we're advocating for that instead of advocating for the men to take on these roles, instead of trying to advocate and put women in power that don't truly know what the piss it means to be a leader, even in their own household?
All right, I want to get Rella and Island Girl Q in here real quick. What are your thoughts, Rella? President Biden agrees to nominate the first Black woman to the United States Supreme Court. And feel free to chime in on the discussions that's being had right now.
I don't care.
I don't care.
I don't care, man. Like
I don't
honestly,
care. I don't care.
Man, hit it one more time, bro.
I don't care.
And this is the thing, bro. Like, to be honest, Black people gotta stop getting so happy in the pants when you get the first this and the first that and the first Black person to do it. Like, yo, fam, it's 2020 mother2. Like, why we still getting like super excited and the kids need to see that? Like, I'm not. That's not a shot at nobody. I don't know who said it earlier, so that's not a shot. But what I'm saying is, listen, fam. I was cool with Barack Obama, cool. But you know what I got most excited about? Harold Washington. So I was over.
I'm sorry, who?
Whole representation piece years ago.
Harold.
Just Google it.
What?
Just Google it. I'm just saying, just Google it.
I didn't hear what you said.
Harold
Your
Washington.
brother down the block, Harold.
Harold Washington.
Harold Washington.
Harold sound like he sells sandwiches.
Harold Washington.
It's
I
like
don't want to do a deep soliloquy or deep dive. I'm just saying, just go. Here's the point. Period, point blank, end of sentence. We have got to start voting in our best interest, fam. We got to start putting our money where our mouth is. Stop whining and complaining. Listen, if Biden wanted to impress me, he would have took Ice Cube up on his offer. They said they was going to bring him back to the table and talk about his plan. Well, where's that at?